So, wow, I got real small for Gremlin Day. I got gremlin size. It is standard Decemberween procedure that the engine of capitalism forces upon us the obligation of spending our resources on flagrant indulgences. It's always framed as a good thing because the obligation is received in the form of gifts, and who doesn't love giving and receiving wonderful little things from the important people in our lives? And yet, it is still an obligation foisted upon us, and so it is that Decemberween is a rich man's game. But I am not rich, I'm not a man, and I'm sure as hell not a gamer. So instead of bringing into capitalism's instead of buying into capitalism's greatest conspiracy, the gifts I want to share with you, the audience, this year, are going to transcend the rigid traditions of consumerism and will, I hope, be gifts that give you all something to think about, something you feel inside your inside parts, and maybe, just maybe, you might even learn something about yourself. That's right, it's the Decemberween of personal growth here on Maly's Movie Monster Monday. No, it's definitely Maly's Monster Movie Monday, and it's time to open for the very second time, the very first Decemberween present. And give me 1 minute here. I'll double check something. Right. Actually, I think, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and change today on the fly. Because I had something and then... So give me just 1 minute. I wanted to write something for this, but this is going to be even better. Because this is really the theme of today's show. No, I don't mean choices, although that would be really funny. I mean, you can still pretend it's choices. Which also means I have to change this. Into this. Whoop. Oh, uh-oh. Now it's too big. Okay. Just gonna adjust that. There we go. So, let's move the gift up here. That's right. And today's gift is... I bring you the gift of disappointment. Disappointment. You know, there's so much in life that we have to look forward to. And, nope. Good guess, though. Very good guess. There's so much that we set our sights on and we work towards, and so often it always seems out of our reach. It just seems to be a little bit too far and always leaving us not quite where we wanted to be in life. But the one thing that you can never say that about is disappointment. Because if there's one thing that I know is true, is that disappointment never fails to disappoint. I did not get to write today's segment beforehand because I did not have time. Because today, although starting as a very wonderful day, did not end up that way. Hence why, you know, explaining the beginning of this stream. And that's just one of the many, many wonderful examples of disappointment. And if there is another thing I have to reflect on from tonight that we've learned, it's one way you can choose to experience disappointment in your life is to be like that young 23-year-old actual child, legally minor child, 23-year-old baby-brained idiot dumbass, thinking that they're on top of the world and they're a real grown-up adult because they're 23 and they're of drinking legal age, when really they're no more mature than those little fucking gremlin monsters drinking and smoking at the bar, because 23-year-olds are not grown up yet. Yes, 23-year-olds live in a world of, yes, disappointment, because they finally graduated high school and they have stopped being talked down to, and they can legally go and buy and make contracts and do all sorts of things, but you can't rent a car yet because you're not a grown-up, and you're not really able to handle any of those responsibilities of being an adult yet because you're too fucking young and you don't know how they work. You haven't been out in the world long enough, and you haven't had the experience needed to understand what happens when they don't go the way that you thought that they would, because you haven't had enough of today's present disappointment. Yes, that's right. With a little bit of disappointment, you can work through your dumb idiot expectations of the world and learn that everything is awful, actually, all the time, and existence is meaningless and usually terrible. And, you know, if all you have to look for is death and the inevitability therein, then you can never really be disappointed. And that's part of the brilliance of disappointment, that when you expect it, it's always there for you, and when you don't expect it, it's always there for you. So I guess really in some way that might be beautiful. So here you go. And so of course the moral of the story is if you're 23, don't act like you're a fucking big shot. You're a little baby. You're a little baby. Like, shut the fuck up. Guy is so fucking annoying. I can drink beer. I'm a grown-up. You fucking idiot. Can you imagine me at 23 years old acting like that? Jesus fucking Christ. I didn't even know I was binary when I was 23 years old. Who the fuck has anything figured out when they're 23? Jesus Christ. All right. Disappointment. That's your present today. So everybody please enjoy that.